Hello, welcome to American Baker in Germany, where the ingredients are German and the baker is American. I'm Michelle, and today we are making a Peppa Pig themed cake. Now the reason was that my daughter changed her mind several times on the theme of her birthday cake, which is why we eventually settled on Paw Patrol and Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. But at one point she threw around the idea of having Peppa Pig. And I was really looking forward to making it, and I was a little bit sad when she changed her mind, so I've decided to make one anyway. So let's get started.
I started out frosting an 8-inch cake dummy with vegan American buttercream. Just like the previous cake I made the same day, this is the same lumpy buttercream that I didn't want to waste. Then I rolled out some blue fondant and covered about half the cake with it. The background of every outdoor scene has a blue sky and green grass. I used my fondant smoother to smooth it on, which helped to smooth it down despite the lumpy buttercream underneath. I cut off the excess fondant with a knife. Then I rolled out some light green fondant and covered the other half of the cake. I didn't try to straighten it to be a perfect line, because the horizon is either hilly or slightly organically wavy in the cartoons. Then I rolled out some white fondant and cut out some random wavy clouds. I placed them on the blue sky. I had printed out these figures of Peppa and George Pig. I used them as a template. I rolled out some blue fondant and traced around George's clothes and cut it out following the lines. Then I did the same thing in red for Peppa's dress. Then I cut out the shape of Peppa and George's heads. At this point, I placed them on the cake. Then I cut out the ears and placed them. I cut out some strips for the legs, using the picture to determine length. I also placed the arms on, with little fork-like appendages for the hands. Next, I used a slightly darker shade of pink to cut out little circles for their cheeks, Peppa's mouth, and behind the eyes. Then I added the little nostrils. I set the pink aside for a moment while I cut out some more circles of white for the eyes. I made some tiny black dots for the pupils and black logs for the shoes, as well as a crescent for Peppa's smile. Finally, I used the darker pink to roll some thin logs and added the tails, made George's smile, and a line around the pig's snouts. I think this cake turned absolutely adorable. Relatively simple, but it really looks like Peppa and George. Peppa Pig. Do, 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 do. For more cakes and tutorials, visit our website at AmericanBakerInGermany.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Subscribe for a new cake video every week. Hit the notification bell to be the first to know when we upload a new video.